video I made some time ago, and I got so many requests on explaining the IRAC structure of attempting law questions. So let's dig right in. The I issues, right? But then a disclaimer. Different schools have different structures on how they answer their questions. Some say the FIRAC, that is FIRAC, facts, issues, rules, applications, conclusions. Some say the QRAC. So many methods, but a majority of universities around the world, we have adopted the IRAC structure of attempting law questions. And so let's consider the IRAC questions, right? So the I is for the issue. What is the legal issue in this scenario? A quick tip for knowing your legal issues is basically to narrow it down to the topics you've been taught so far, especially in a semester or in a level, depending on how your questions come. What are the issues? What areas do you think that your lecturer or the examiner is testing you on? And the issues are usually a topic in a course or a concept in a course. That is why you must attend your classes, whether they are online or offline, you must attend them. Your issue will normally state is as this: the issue in this scenario borders on so, and so. The R in the IRAC is for the rules, and this simply means what are the legal rules guiding your issue. So if you have an issue on valid elements of a contract, right? Valid elements of a contract, that is your issue. So under the rules, you tell us everything you know about elements of a valid contract. Start from defining a contract, what are those elements of a valid contract, offer, acceptance, you name them, and then you write what you know about them after explaining them very, very well. But one key thing I normally do under rules is that, assuming I'm talking about elements of a valid contract, and from my question, the bulk of my answer lies on acceptance. So what I will do is I will still write on offer, consideration, and all of that, but I will write more on acceptance, where the bulk of my answer will rest on. So under the rules, you are just asked to state the legal rules, facts, cases guiding that issue that you have pointed out at the beginning. Then we'll go over to application. Application, you are basically just asked to take every rule that you have stated and apply it to the question. Let us assume that in the scenario, A and B had one or two things, but there was no acceptance. Under your application, you are going to just tell us that A did this, B did this, there was an offer in line with the rules you now stated. Then you move on over to acceptance. However, at no point did B accept the offer. There was an offer, but then there was no acceptance. Why do you say that there was no acceptance? You now tell us, go back to the rules again. Flowing from so and so case, we can see that acceptance can only be found when has occurred. And in the instance case, so and so did not occur. Hence, we cannot say that there was an acceptance. Are we together? But you are only applying the rules to the facts in the case. You said that the issue is on elements of a valid contract. Fine. And you have listed the valid contract. So in line with the element that you listed, look at the issue again. Does that particular contract in the question qualify for a valid contract? Under application, you are applying the rules to the question that you have, right? To arrive at a conclusion. Now, the conclusion simply means if you are given a question, usually it ends with advise the parties. What should the Attorney General do? So whatever is the last note or the last action that you are asked to take is your conclusion under the IRAC method. So if you are asked to advise the parties, and in this particular instance, it is still the issue of no acceptance. So when there is no valid contract, the machineries of the law cannot be called upon to resolve any issues. Advice can be subjective, but what the law says is not subjective. You have to tell us what the law says objectively. Then your application and your conclusion may be subjective because people reason different ways. So this is how you can simply apply IRAC rules. But if you have more questions, feel free to send it to my DM. Bye for now.